The good news is that Joker has got 4 Golden Globe nominations. The bad news is that one of these nominations, or maybe all these nominations, period, have got a lot of people upset. Or maybe a vocal plurality on Twitter. I don't know if they reflect the general public or most of the people who vote for the Golden Globes or the Oscars. But it is very interesting that even after Joker's success, the backlash and resentment over it being successful is still there. But first, let's get into these Golden Globe nominations, the ones it got. 4 nominations for Best Picture, Drama, Best Actor for Joaquin Phoenix, Best Director for Todd Phillips, and Best Original Score from, I can't pronounce that lady's name, it's Hilda or something, but she did a phenomenal job. I love Joker's soundtrack a lot. As I've said in multiple videos, one of the many things I like about DC movies is they usually put a lot of effort into having these, like sweeping, epic, moving soundtracks, deep soundtracks, and Joker definitely continued that trend. I thought that the Call Me Joker, the song that played when Joker was like on the car in front of the crowd and smeared the blood in his face as he smiled, that was just such a powerful scene and music combination. Top-notch stuff. But a lot of people online seem to resent Todd Phillips' nomination. They think that he's being scapegoated, really. Like, there's no female directors nominated for Best Director in the Golden Globes, and there are people saying, there's no women nominated, so why'd they nominate Todd Phillips? Which is weird because, why target Todd Phillips? It's not his fault. Like, of all the other guys nominated for Best Director, why not single out one of them? Like, why pick on Todd Phillips? I think it's weird and it's random, and it speaks to like a bigger, anti-Joker sentiment that, has already been in existence for a while. We saw it before the movie came out when, there was a controversy about it being, inspiring mass violence, which didn't happen. And a lot of people saying, Joker's, being celebrated, and that's a problem or whatever. That, feeling is still there. And I think that Todd Phillips, unfortunately, is being targeted. Let's look at some of these tweets from, angry film Twitter is what people are saying. They're like classifying these people as film Twitter. I don't know what film Twitter actually means. I guess that means official blue checkmark people who are like reviewers or work for magazines. But let's look at this one from Matt Jacobs. When Todd Phillips gets nominated over Greta Gerwig, Pedro Almodovar, I know who that is, but I'm saying his last name wrong, Noah Baumbach, Mariel Heller, and all these other people, Jordan Peele, Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson, really? Ryan Johnson's a good filmmaker, but to say that Todd Phillips should be booted from nomination for him, that's really rude. And, a laundry list of other people who were overlooked. All these people are probably talented, but, why pick on Todd Phillips? Why pick on Joker for that? Brandon. Me taking Todd Phillips' Golden Globe nomination and giving it to, a bunch of other people, many of whom were named in that previous tweet I mentioned. Ava. If I have to see Todd Phillips' name on another effing nom list. Iggy. It is completely absurd to me that in a year where at least as many of the best films were directed by women as men, not one got nominated for Best Director, yet Todd Phillips got nominated for his edgy boomer clown movie. Homer Simpson. Little Women snubbed for directing and picture, and Todd Phillips got nominated for director, and they show a gif or an image of Dr. Manhattan, making something incinerate, basically. And there's a lot of things like that. A lot of tweets like that. But Todd Phillips also has his defenders. Danya, here's one from Danya. Me watching film Twitter have a collective aneurysm at Todd Phillips getting that director nom over their faves. Akira, me watching film Twitter have a meltdown because Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips were nominated for Golden Globes. And there are people supporting Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix as they should, including me. Now look. As I said before, there's a lot of talent this year, as there is every year when it comes to these kinds of nominations. The Golden Globes, the Oscars, the SAGs, all these, highbrow awards shows. And there's always a situation where a lot of people don't get nominated who should. But I think to target Todd Phillips over all these other people who did get nominated as someone who didn't deserve it, like at his expense, is, I think, very wrong. I mean, and rude and mean, because he did a good job. Joker's a good movie. It says a lot about what's going on in society today, in this country and in other countries around the world. Joaquin Phoenix did a good job playing the Joker, playing Arthur Fleck. So I think it's unfair, that they're being scapegoated like that. I don't think they deserve it. Why single them out over, like I said, any other? I'm not going to name the other people nominated because I don't want to say they don't deserve that either. I mean, it's something that happened, and that is unfortunate. But, there is, a bigger problem here that with these, that it speaks to other things, as I mentioned before. There were people who've been upset about Joker being in the world and being successful for a long time. They don't think it has a right to. They think that it's too disturbing or controversial, which is all crap. We'll see if this carries over into the other awards shows, because I think it's going to get nominated for some Oscars, and it's probably going to win some of these Golden Globes too. So we'll see. First of all, I don't know if this backlash is going to amount to anything. We'll see. I don't think anyone's gonna not vote for Joker to win an award because of this. We shall see, but I think it's unfortunate that people feel this way. That there are some people who feel this way. But what do you think? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.